Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lucy Davis, and today it's a little bit rainy where I am. I don't know about you guys around the world. So please do, as you're jumping on, let me know where you are around the world and what the weather is doing for you. I actually think this is probably only the third or fourth time I have seen rain since December. So I'm actually quite delighted to see a little bit of rain. In all honesty, the forest needs it. The animals obviously thrive in this weather as well. So please do, as you're jumping on, let me know where you are and what is going on in the part of the world in which you reside. It is absolutely incredible what is unfolding right now. We are in such a huge energetic portal. If you've read the comments just before I came on, Linda has obviously spoken about the Lionsgate portal, which is officially open. We talk about Lionsgate being the 8th of August, and it's a big manifestation window in the spiritual world. Lots of people talk about it. Lots of people, really go quite deep into this date. So we are actually in the window for Lionsgate, but also we have got a very, very potent full moon happening on the 10th of August. So just a couple of days later. It is a very important time that we are in. We are being challenged to the max. Hands up, who's being challenged to the max right now? Hey, Amy, sweetheart, I hope you're well. Lovely to see you on here, Claire. Lovely to see you, Hayley. Hello to everybody. Sorry that I haven't been saying hello to you guys. Hands up, who has been really feeling the strain of what has been going on in the recent weeks. As you guys know, for the last couple of weeks, in fact, it was not Thursday last week, but the Thursday before, I actually got taken out with a sore throat. Then it went to my chest. And then it's literally just been a case of my energy has been so depleted since that point. But ladies and gents, she's back with a bang. Thank God. I'm happy to say that today I woke up and I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing. I actually feel back to normal. So, which is why I decided to come on today live and do this with you guys. It's been far too long, and it's a huge apology from me that I haven't been able to come on live. The first week, my voice just really wasn't good enough to do it. And then obviously since then, I do have other things like one-to-ones and stuff that I have to prioritize. So apologies for being AWOL, and I am so grateful to have so many of you jumping on with me. I just want to acknowledge that tomorrow in my weekly woo, so if you are part of the community and if you have signed up to my newsletter, the weekly newsletter is called the Weekly Woo. For those of you who know me well, I don't really resonate with the word spiritual, but I do resonate with woo-woo. I do think I'm a little bit woo-woo, although I'm very, very straight talking and I kind of like bridge the consciousness to the unconscious world. But it's, I call it the weekly woo. Now, in the weekly woo this week, we are going to be talking all about what I am calling the energetic flu. So SL Sully, if you've got the same thing now, I am sending you so much love and so much healing, sweetheart. However, in the weekly woo tomorrow, if you are not already signed up for it, get signed up for it. Go to the description field of this video, get signed up for the weekly woo. And there are tips and tricks for you to navigate this with absolute ease and grace. Okay, so just want to make that very, very clear to all of you. This is a thing that is taking place right now, and I don't have the time to go into it on this video today. However, I'm going into it in detail for the weekly woo tomorrow. Now, the weekly woo comes out at 7 p.m. every Tuesday. Okay, so if it's the first time that you subscribe to the weekly woo, 7 o'clock, 7:05, just go and check your spam folder, move it to your inbox, and it will never go into your spam folder again. Okay, but it's just a thing that happens because it's obviously part of a newsletter. I was going to say YouTube, Hotmail, any of those email providers that we all have our emails with, it will go straight into your spam folder. So I just want to manage expectations around that. Okay. I'm happy to say that after 10 days of feeling completely under par, I am back with a bang. So SL Sully, I'm really hoping that over the coming days, when you get to 10 days, you are going to be flying as well. So just hang on in there. I do know people that this has taken out for weeks. But like I say, if you look to utilize the skills and the tools and the techniques that I've put in the weekly woo tomorrow. This should absolutely change your life. So I'm just actually looking at some of the comments that you guys are putting about the weather. Now, some people are saying it's raining in Surrey, some people are saying it's not, some people are saying stormy torrential rain, then glorious sunshine in Manchester. So wow, that sounds quite intriguing. I literally haven't seen any rain until today. You know, maybe 3 times since December, like I say. It's been beautiful blue skies. Every now and again, there's been a little bit of cloud, maybe a maximum of 10 times since I've been here, but it has literally just been blue skies and dry since I've been back. So like I say, it's quite nice to be seeing this, but I do believe that there is some storm hitting the northern part of the UK. Is that correct? I saw somebody talking about it earlier today, just saying that there is a storm brewing up north. So maybe this is what we're getting. The storm is up north and the remnants is coming down south. So batten down the hatches, use this as a really beautiful period of time to just purge, allow yourself to purge in these moments, my friends, okay? We are going through a massive energetic purge right now. Like I say, all the information is going to be in the weekly woo tomorrow, but just recognize that that you are literally living and breathing a purge. Okay, you are living and breathing a purge, the same purge that Gaia is going through. As you know, Gaia is Mother Nature. That's what I refer to a lot. So just know that you are a reflection of her. She is a reflection of you. And all this craziness that's going on at the moment and where you are being impacted is absolutely aligned to where you are and where she is. Okay. Wow. So Derek is saying up in Scotland, we've had storms and earthquakes and everything. Now, if you're in Conscious Conversations tonight, I'm going to be talking to you a lot about the predictions that I made for August. I made some very, very big predictions at the end of July as to what was going to happen this month. And a lot of them have already come in. The earthquakes, the ring of fire being activated, like all of that stuff, I absolutely predicted it. So if you haven't watched my August energy update, please go and watch that. I do not profess to be psychic. I clearly am, but I don't profess to be psychic. What I profess to do is be a channel. I get insights, I get downloads, and then I just share them in normal average conversations like you and I are having now, and then literally this is what happens. There's a lot of predictions and stuff. So if you are new to this channel, hello, great to have you here. Please do remember to hit the subscribe button and remember to like this video to be able to see more from myself. But also please do go and check out the other videos that are out there, because like I say, even if you're a little bit cynical about this stuff, like it's undeniable some of the predictions that I make in my monthly energy updates, and then what happens within just a couple of days of me making those predictions. For any of you that have been hanging around me a long time, you know what it's like. I say something one day and a couple of days it's literally happening, and it's such a far out weird thing. So please, if it resonates with you to do that, go check it out. Now, the last thing that I want to say before we get into this really important topic today about picking your timeline wisely is tickets for Shattering the Illusion. The early bird tickets finish at the end of day on the 8th of August. So we gave you Lionsgate Portal to be able to, manifest these beautiful reduced tickets. And you are going to save yourself £20 on the ticket price. So it's well worth having. So do remember, check out the description field on this video and you will be able to go and obviously get your ticket there. And I really look forward to seeing you guys in Essex. I'm going to come with such an energy that you guys you're just, I don't know if any of you are ready for it. I feel like I've been given such a massive upgrade in the last couple of weeks by me being taken out. My community know I've had to stop talking. I've had to, not be present doing videos. I've really, really had to go inwards, and it's been a forced going inwards, and I'm so grateful for it. So what that means is she's going to be let off the leash at the end of the month. She's going to bring it big time. And actually, I had a really beautiful conversation with a lady today who I am going to be bringing on this channel soon, an amazing astrologer. She actually said to me today, Lucy, this is the best time for you to be doing stuff. And I looked at when that was going to be. And in August, it's exactly when my event's going to be. So if I was you, I would get yourselves there with bells on. We are going to absolutely raise the roof. And actually, that event very much links to today, because with Shattering the Illusion event, we are going to be looking at creating a new timeline off the back of it. Okay, so yes, we're going to be looking at the illusions that are in our life, in our technology, in the world. But what we are going to be doing is we're literally going to be creating a new timeline off the back of it. Okay, now people always think when I'm talking about a new timeline, it's something that I want. It's my version. No. I'm going to show you how to create your version. Whatever that looks and feels like, I'm going to show you, and I'm going to literally take you out to the quantum field to create whatever it is that you are looking for. How cool does that sound, my beautiful friends? Yeah, you ready for a bit of that? I know I am. And I've been locked down for too long, ladies and gents. It's fair to say I need to do an in-person event. I'm absolutely ready for it. And Derek, funny you should say that. I was just about to say the same. The venue where we are, I'm sure they're going to be fine with dogs. I don't know what your dog's like, if it's a good dog, a naughty dog or whatever, but I'm sure the venue will be absolutely fine with a dog. Excuse me, guys, I just need to cough. Excuse me. So if you want to bring your dog with you, absolutely, just drop us an email and we'll double check with the venue, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Like I'm 99.9% certain it will be fine. Anyway, enough about that. Thank you for the suggestion, Derek. I love that. So let's start by talking about what a timeline is. So today's video, it's all about pick your timeline wisely. I talk about timelines a lot, but what I actually realized is I don't think I've ever given you a description of what a timeline is. So a timeline is not just a moment in time. It's a trajectory of reality that unfolds based on your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions, and your energy. Give me a thumbs up, a love heart, whatever, if this resonates with you guys. Are you understanding what I'm saying? It's the version of your life that you align with through the choices that you make every day. Okay, so think about it like this. Do you remember the old fashioned radios where we used to tune into a station? Yeah, I mean, we still have them in our cars, don't we? But a lot of them are digital now and all the rest of it. But let's just go back in time. Go back to the radio where you used to have to, have that like tuning. And every now and again, you would click into a radio station, wouldn't you? Yeah. What we are doing right now is we're tuning in based on what we are thinking, based on what our belief is, based on, actions, and based on the way that we are literally living and breathing on a day-to-day basis. It's a literal path that you are walking down. I love that. So Vincent on Facebook has put, I've seen 2 specific timelines. Amazing. I've seen more than 2, but I love the fact that you've seen 2, Vincent. I absolutely love that. Now, the other way of looking at it is it's a future reality that already exists. And you either step into it or you don't. Let's think about the movie Sliding Doors. I'm showing my age, I know. But if you've ever watched the movie Sliding Doors, making that decision to leave that 1 minute earlier would give you a different outcome to leaving 1 minute later. Does that make sense? Okay, this is what we are talking about here. This is what a timeline is. Think about it. You get into your car and you go, oh shit, I've forgotten the shopping bag. So you get out of the car and you come back into the house, you grab the shopping bags, then you get back in. So you're delayed by about 30, 45, 60 seconds. That timeline is more often than not shifted to protect you, or shifted so that you can have a beautiful lesson or a beautiful reminder, whatever that is. Okay, so you guys are keeping up. Yeah, I love that. Laura had the film on VHS. Love that so much. Absolutely love that for you. I wish I still had a VHS monitor. I'd be asking to borrow it. Love it. So a timeline is shaped by the frequency that you hold. It's about the frequency you hold. So if you are somebody who believes that money is evil, you are living in a vibration of scarcity. You are living in a vibration of lack. So unfortunately, my friends, no matter what you think about money or what you think about those families that are leading and, that are in charge and all the rest of it, if you believe that money is bad, you are living in a vibration of lack, which means you are in a low vibration. If you are somebody, and this is going to piss a few people off that follow me, but I'm going to call it because that's what I'm here to do. Speak my truth, be authentic, be real, be raw. If you are somebody who still thinks that there is a savior coming to save you, you are living in fear. Mic drop. If you are following somebody who is literally saying, this person's coming to save you, this person is doing this, you are being perpetuated into a vibration of fear. Love that, Laura. So you've gone, oh shit, I'm living in a low vibration then. The best bit about being honest with yourself, Laura, you can do something about it. Absolutely love that for you. So don't feel bad about it. Just go, right, okay, I've now got an acknowledgement that I'm living in a vibration that doesn't suit me. Unless, of course, you want to live in a low vibration, babe. Obviously, that's completely up to you. I'm not going to judge you. It's completely your life and you do whatever. However, I think it's very important right now that we go, oh, God, I didn't realize by me following that person who always makes me feel as if this person's going to come and save me. Actually, I'm living in fear rather than abundance. Now, many people out there would say, no, that's not true. No, that's not true. That I'm raising a topic. I'm raising consciousness. I'm highlighting things. I'm this, I'm that. No, this is a fear vibration. There is nothing conscious about holding people in a low vibration. Laura, I love that for you. Keep watching, my friend, because you're going to be able to break free from it. If you are somebody who lives in a vibration of love, and I'm going to say any of these 80% of the time, right? I absolutely encourage you to have boundaries. Like people say about unconditional love. Unconditional love does not mean you can let somebody treat you like shit. Absolutely not. However, love means coming from a space of love, even when you're putting your foot down, even when you're putting boundaries in place. I hope this is making sense with you guys. Likewise, on the flip side of what Laura was saying, oh my God, I'm living in a low vibration then, the opposite is abundance. If you can literally be, and I'm going to share this with you. I felt like utter shit in the last 10 days. Like I've literally sat there to my friends going, oh my gosh, I haven't been ill in 12 years. What the? But I'm so grateful because it's made me stop. It's made me pause. It's made me come offline. It's made my hourly time on my phone go down to 4 hours rather than 9 hours. Like I am loving that. And I am so grateful for that. And this is abundance. This is so important that we recognize we are in a period of time where what we are watching, what we are witnessing, what we are following, what we're giving our energy to, you guys here watching this video with me, you are literally giving me your energy. So if I am doing something or saying something that is making you feel low vibration, you should be switching off and going away. If you go, oh God, I needed to hear that today. Right, how do I fix it? Totally different thing. Is this resonating with you guys? Yeah, this is making sense to you. A timeline is shaped by the intentions that we set. I don't know about you guys, but I got out of bed this morning and I was like, I am going to have the best day today. I am literally going to have the best day today. I'm going to feel energized. In fact, I said it yesterday. I was saying to everyone, tomorrow, I'm back into work mode. I'm back into feeling strong. I'm back into feeling healthy. What happened this morning? I woke up. I felt the best that I felt in a long time. Went for a gorgeous 10,000 step walk. Haven't been able to do that in a long time. Literally fed myself full of absolute gold. And I made the intention, I decided that I was going to have a beautiful, abundant, fulfilled day. And what have I had? A beautiful, abundant, fulfilled day that's been completely energized. Now, the actions that you take shapes the timeline. So let's say, for example, Laura has just gone, oh my God, I think that money is really evil. So actually now I need to get on top of that because I'm living in a scarcity. I'm living in a lack mindset. And actually, I deserve to be abundant. I deserve to have wealth. I deserve to have success. So you know what? I'm actually going to tell myself every day, and I'm going to take actions to unwind the fact that this money is evil. That's the action that you're taking. Then what happens is source goes, Laura's got the memo. Let's give her a couple of tests. Ah, she stayed in a high vibration. Right, let's throw money at her. It's as simple as that. If you avoid doing something to help you create more money, you're living in a lack mindset. If you know that you can do more, you're living in a lack mindset. Okay, so this is all what's shaping our timelines right now. If you are delusional about who you are, and this is the biggest thing with the timelines that we've got at the moment, there are people out there genuinely right now thinking that they are doing humanity an amazing service by talking about things like politics, government issues, immigration issues, things like this, the lack of money, the taxes, all of those things. They think they are doing you a favor by bringing this up, when really they are holding you back. They are putting you in a state of fear. And it's up to you to know yourself enough to say, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to watch that. I'm not going to resonate with that. Actually, I'm going to stand in my truth, and I'm going to be real, because you know what? Whatever is going on around me, and this is what I say every single day, whatever is going on around me, I deserve to be abundant. I deserve to be loved. I am love. I am abundant. I am authentic. And it is extremely important that by you knowing who you are at your core, you can create anything. Is this making sense to you guys? Choosing your timeline means being intentional with every decision. And I'm talking what you eat, what you drink, the exercise you do, what time you go to bed, who you follow on social media, what videos you watch, what movies you watch. Videos, I'm showing my age now, aren't I? Everything is about that. All of it shapes you. All of it shapes your reality. So it is extremely important that you become very conscious on every choice, every decision you make. We must recognize, and I'm going to keep using Laura as a great example, because she was like, oh my gosh, I realize I've been in fear around money. We must become conscious when we have a default to fear, control, or people pleasing. How many of you out there like to control things? How many of you out there step into fear? How many of you out there are people pleasers? We think we're keeping the peace, but actually we're not keeping the peace. We're shutting ourselves down. We're losing a piece of us. And ladies and gents, this is the timeline that we are talking about. So Amy's been really honest. I'm all three. Eek. Love that for you. At least you've got the consciousness on it. So there is a timeline out there where everybody, and I truly believe everybody watching this video is in the timeline that is currently staying in the current world. Sorry to all my beautiful starseeds and light workers, I'm just being honest with you. Intellectually, we get it. Every single person watching this, I know intellectually gets, I need to choose a higher vibration. I need to live in a higher frequency. However, I think the most important thing that we can do here is be honest with ourselves and say, no, I do slip into a lower vibration. And actually, I need to work on maintaining a high vibration even when the shit is hitting the fan. And this, my friends, is how we're going to, how these multiple timelines are showing up. Every decision that you make, whether it's a big one or a small one, is a vote for your timeline. Every single decision. So what do you do? Laura, I'm going to come back to you. How do you know when you are picking a lower vibration, right? The question you ask yourself is, this decision I'm making, this choice that I'm making in this now moment, is it coming from a place of trust? Is it coming from a place of expansion? Is it coming from a place of alignment or love? And if the answer is no, This is where we have to really look at ourselves. Are you reacting from control? Are you reacting from scarcity? Or are you reacting from fear, contraction? So the opposite to expansion. The timeline you live in is the one that you embody, not the one that you hope for. Let me know if that has hit you. Let me know if that little ditty there, the timeline you live in is the one you embody, not the one you hope for. Boom. Very important that we recognize this. Everyone out there is, oh, I'm living in love and light. I'm so happy. I'm so loving. I'm so kind. No, you're perpetuating that somebody is coming to save people. You are literally perpetuating to people that they're not good enough by saying that somebody else is coming to save them. The people that are probably triggering the most people are the ones that are saying, you're on your own, buddy. But they're being real. They're being honest. They're living their true, authentic reality. They're not blagging you. They're not getting you distracted by looking over here at some code or whatever that's going on. They're being honest with you. You don't need anything other than yourself to make the shift to this higher timeline. If you are somebody who's like, right, I need plant medicine to get my head together. I need this to get my head together. I need that to get my head together. Like, I need this person to do their thing. And I'm relying on this taking place or this money coming in. You're living in a low vibration. You are living in a mindset of lack. When you realize that everything is perfect, everything becomes perfect. The world has already split. And you are being called to choose. How many of you feel it in your heart? How many of you feel, I know I cannot keep living life the way that I've been living in the past? I cannot, I'm literally being faced with a crossroads. I've reached a junction and I'm like, where do I go? Do I go right? Do I go left? Or do I go straight on? How many of you feel like that in the moment? And maybe it's in a relationship. Maybe it's with your health. Maybe it's with your career. Maybe it's with travel, maybe whatever it is, your business or whatever it is. Like, just be honest with yourself. Can you feel that the world has split and you know that you've got to make a decision that's going to change your life, but you're scared shitless to do it? Your inner narrative will determine which world you see and you live in. And this is, again, another game changer for you. This is an initiation into your deep sovereignty. You can no longer outsource truth. So those people that are telling you this person's coming to save you, and this is what happened, and this is the way that it's going to go, they are asking you to outsource your truth. I am encouraging you to take back your truth. Guys, there's 8 billion of us on this planet. My truth is not your truth. Your truth is not my truth. So let's stop blagging each other that we all need to think the same and be the same and feel. I encourage you to figure out who you are, what your truth is, and go and live it and embody the peace that comes along with you being you. I do not believe that we need a bunch of cardboard cutout people. We need people who are so empowered to be themselves. That's how the world is going to change. That's how the timeline will shift. Every decision you make is either authentic alignment, love, or low vibrational fear, lack. They're not just emotions, they are frequencies that align you to realities. Fear keeps you looping in survival. How many of you can resonate with that? How many of you have literally been living in a loop with something or someone or whatever, a situation in your life constantly going round and round and round in circles? How many of you can resonate that? That was me for years with my health. That was me for years with my relationships. I could go into so many areas where that was me. And I just decided one day, enough is enough, make a different decision. Good. I'm glad this is really hitting home for some of you today. Love opens portals of opportunity. It opens synchronicities and aligned relationships. I love you too, Helen, and you're very, very welcome. Ask yourself this question. I've got goosebumps all over me, guys. Ask yourself this question in this now moment. What am I a match for today? Let me tell you straight. Today, I am a match for billionaire. I am a match for abundance like I have never known it. I am a match for my health is absolutely phenomenal. My energy is out there. That's what I am a match for today. What are you a match for? I love that. So Nicola has just put, I did, and I finally got married. Nicola, I got goosebumps all over me today. Nicola did my self-love club program that finished at the end of May this year. And she was married on the 17th of July. Bless her heart. Literally like 7-8 weeks later, she just went on a mission, got it organised. And I feel very privileged that I was at the wedding to witness this woman who had been such a commitment phobe, go, oh my God, I'm blocking myself from my happiness here. I'm going to do it. And my goodness, it was the most beautiful day that I had a privilege of being a part of. Nicola looked amazing. Honestly, it was just absolutely unbelievable, all of it. And that's living proof you can change your frequency like that. I'm not saying it was like that. Nicola had to dig deep during the program. She really did. But you know what? This is what we're talking about. It is a literal making a decision and making a choice and doing it differently. And the thing that I love about Nick is she didn't do it calmly and quietly. She made a radical decision. This is my question to all of you. Are you ready to take radical responsibility for your life? You don't get to complain about the timeline that you refuse to take ownership of. Nick got bored of refusing to take the ownership of commitment. She literally got bored. She flicked a match on it and she was like, I'm taking radical responsibility here. Are you ready to take responsibility for what you consume in the way of media, food, thoughts, like every part of your life, who you surround yourself with, and how you show up in the world? Are you honestly ready to make that commitment to yourself? Because I remember when I was working on the trading floor all those years ago, and I left and things were changing in my life, I lost everyone and everything. Everything. And I hated it. I went into victim mode. I wanted things to change, and then I got the memo. Actually, this is the way that you're going to evolve, Lucy. This is the way that you're going to expand. And I sat with it. Even though it felt very uncomfortable, I sat with it. And then I created the most amazing life for myself, for my family. And I have some of the best female friends on the planet. Don't get me wrong, I've got some amazing male friends as well. But radical responsibility of me settling for things that did not align with me. I had to call myself out on my bullshit. I had to recognize my ego of wanting to be around people that kept me safe, that kept blowing smoke up my ass and holding me in a space where I didn't have to evolve. And I threw the match and I lit that bitch up. And my life has never been the same since, even though I lost everyone and everything that I knew and I loved. Fear feeds on division. Us versus them. I'm not going to call out groups right now, but you do the thinking here. You know what I'm talking about. How many groups out there are saying they don't know what they're doing because they made that decision? They don't know what they're doing because that's the way that they are. They don't know what they're doing because they voted for the wrong people. They celebrate the wrong religion, so they don't know what they're doing. It's very much us versus them. And this, my friends, is fear. It's very much right versus wrong. This, my friends, is fear. This is safe. This is dangerous. It's fear. Recognize what polarity you are being pulled into, rise above it, and embody as a neutral advisor. Love is not passive. It's a conscious stance. Nick decided to be conscious. She took radical responsibility. She went, I'm bored of living in a lower vibration than love anymore. I'm going to take myself up higher. And now she's happily married. You are aware of this split taking place, but you are so conditioned with everything that has taken place in your life. You are literally here caught up like a rabbit caught in headlights right now. You're not a bystander, my friends. You are a builder. You are literally here to create, to build the new earth. Your embodiment creates permission for others to choose the love timeline too. I get shot down all the time because I used to lead the protests and I used to be a massive part of the truth movement. And you know what? I just flicked a match on that back in 2021 as well. I thought, this is bollocks. All I need to do is live in a higher vibration and abundance is going to come to me. The right people are going to come to me. I don't need that bullshit in my life anymore. And people often say to me, why do you not talk about Trump anymore? Why do you not talk about this? Why do I want to create divide? I'm here to create a community of love. I'm here to bridge that gap from living in this fear state to living in this abundantly aligned, high vibration state that every single one of you can live in. You, me, I am evidence that that world is possible. You can be evidence that that world is possible. All you need to do is make a decision. You guys are loving this today, right? You're loving it, right? I'm just speaking from my heart. I'm speaking from such passion because I know that we have been held back. We've been given conditions. We've had all of this stuff, and I want to burn that. Timelines are switching all day, every day. Constant, constant, constant. Remember, windows and doors open and close. If you keep choosing safety, i.e. the result that you're used to, maybe you might miss the timeline that is actually aligned with your soul. I actually had a conversation with someone just slightly before this video, actually, and I said, have you ever thought the 3 or 4 things that have happened in your life that have literally taken you to your knees recently are because you're not aligned? Maybe you've missed a memo somewhere. This is what I'm talking about. Please don't wait for the world to catch up to your vision. Be it. Kathy, I'm so glad this is resonating with you, sweetheart. I know you commented on my post earlier, so I'm really pleased that it's resonating with you. This is not about picking a side, ladies and gents. This is about choosing the frequency you want to live in and being brave enough to live it, even when the world is celebrating fear, even when the world wants you to believe that there is no goodness, even when the world wants to believe that you're going to be tagged and you're going to be chipped and you're going to have a digital ID and all the rest of it. Let's get that out of our consciousness, because all you're doing thinking about it is you're creating it. So to all of the people out there watching this video who are pushing and poking about digital IDs and vaccines and other things, get a grip. You are living in fear. You are literally creating the world that you are saying you don't want to live in. So can I get a big heck yes to burning that from here? Because the more you perpetuate, immigration's an issue, this is an issue, that's an issue. Do you know what? You are perpetuating it. You are bringing it into a reality. And it's not a reality I am choosing for my life or my family or my friends or any of you beautiful beings of light that deserve to live in a high vibration conscious state. The people that are pushing that stuff are going to be living in the low vibration world, the world which is going to be exactly as it is today. And there are people out there that think they're fucking God and they think they're high and mighty. And let me tell you straight, if they are talking about all of these things, you must unfriend, unfollow, block, delete. If you want to choose a world that is aligned to love, aligned to expansion, aligned to creating, that is where you must start. You cannot keep straddling this world anymore. You have to make a decision. Do you want to be popular and part of a movement? Or do you want to live a life that you deserve? And that was the decision I had to make a few years ago. I was very popular in that movement, very popular. I had 36,000 followers on Facebook alone before they took my account. I was very popular in that world. I don't want to be popular. What I choose is to live a life of absolute abundance. Popularity is not going to get that for you. Being part of something which creates divide is not going to get that for you. So, how do you know if you're picking fear or love? Fear feels tight. It feels urgent. It feels tense. You know what it's like? Oh my God, I need to respond to this quickly. That is fear. Love feels open. It feels peaceful. It feels steady. It wants to create or honor something. So this is the question. Do I feel expansive or restricted in this choice? Listen to your inner voice. Your inner dial knows you better than anybody. Fear is going to say you're behind, you're not good enough. Don't mess this up. Love is going to say you're safe, you're learning, you're evolving. Ask yourself this question. Is my inner voice supporting me or is it scaring me? Notice the pressures that we have. Fear rushes you. Everything's urgent. Everything's in a panic. What if it doesn't work? Oh my God, how am I going to look? When you're thinking about what other people are thinking and preempting and all the rest of it, you know that you're in fear. Love allows for divine timing. You act with clarity, not force. The question is, am I rushing this because I don't trust it will come any other way? Now, I really resonate with that statement. I don't know about you guys, but I really, really, really resonate with this statement. So Vincent has just spoken on Facebook, for those of you on YouTube, saying, I've been living in fear today and the weekend just gone. Well done for recognizing it, Vincent. Well done. What have you been rushing? What have you trying to, what have you been ignoring in your inner dial? Really, I would grab a journal and write that down and really get it out of you. I love that for you. Well done. Look at the outcomes that you are trying to control. Fear is obsessed with an outcome, validation, approval, money, success. Love trusts the process and values the integrity of the moment more than the result. And this is why I know I am living in a very different world to most people. I burnt the match on the success. I burnt the match on the followers. I literally just decided to be authentic, to be real, and whatever that looked and felt like, I knew that it was going to be right for me. So ask yourself the question, am I doing this to avoid something or to express something true? Absolutely beautiful. How does your nervous system feel? Fear activates fight or flight. Love soothes you into a calm presence. Your body knows before your mind does, which is why I truly believe that every dis-ease within the body is premised off of emotions. Ask yourself the question, what is my body telling me right now? Is it safe? Or is it in survival mode? Well done, Amy. Great epiphany that you've had. So Amy on YouTube has put, oh my God, I knew fear had a hold, but I didn't think it had such a hold. Great. Now you've got the epiphanies and now you've got the connections. What I would be doing is writing it down so that you can start to catch yourself as you step into fear and you can reprogram that, babe. Absolutely. You need to be at Shattering the Illusion, sweetheart. Watch for avoidance. Fear avoids. It creates conflict. It creates failure. Like, you look for the failure, you look for the rejection. Love is devoted to growth, to honesty, to self-respect, and to faith. The question I would be asking is, am I avoiding pain or moving towards truth? Absolutely, Amy. Good observation there. The last point that I'm going to make today, guys, is use your discernment to decide if you are trying to control or are you surrendering. Fear grips tightly. We want to know the outcome. We want to know how it's going to be. Love releases and listens and then takes action off the back of that. If you're micromanaging your life, you're not trusting it. Now, I'm amazing with life generally. I can let things go. I can surrender. In a relationship, totally different thing. So I just want you guys to know, none of us are perfect. We've all got our things. However, I can release any attachment or anything to do with any area of life. In a relationship, there is still that little thread of, oh my God, I don't want to get hurt. Okay. So I just want you guys to recognize, please don't think that any of us have got our shit together in all of this. I've got a lot of it sorted, but I'm nowhere near there yet, guys. Okay. So I just want to be really real with you guys. What I would suggest you guys do is start a love versus fear journal. Look at the choices that you make and check in with yourself. Was I in love or was I in fear when I made this decision? How did my body feel when I made this decision? And if you made a decision based off of fear, what would have happened if I had done it from a space of love? What would have been different? Well, she's back with a bang. It has been amazing to talk about this topic today, guys. It really, really has. I've absolutely loved every moment of it. How have you guys found this? Have you found it useful? Have you gone, oh my God, I literally thought I had my shit together and actually Lucy's just blown the doors off of that completely, I haven't done this to put you down. I haven't done this to go, I'm better than you or any of that. What I've done this for today is so that we have the consciousness, because I think so many of us are not realizing we are following people that are putting us in fear. We are literally like stepping into a space of such a low vibration unconsciously. So hopefully today, this topic has just brought it all up into a higher level of consciousness for you. And that now you can be like, right, I need to get on top of this. Like Nick, you might have made amazing steps forwards with your commitment and your relationship. However, with something else around money, maybe you're not. So let's get really clear with this. And ladies and gents, we have a few years to get this timeline. Okay. Let's nail this. Let's nail it. Let's please make decisions every day that we are going to be choosing in the actual alignment in which we want to live, not blagging it, the actual alignment. I love your feedback, guys. Thank you. Amy, I'm so sorry that you're a sweating, crying mess. I'm sending you so much love, but hopefully this has really helped you. I'm glad that you guys have found this timely and it's what you've needed to hear today. I never know. I just woke up, literally, as I was going to bed last night, I got, you need to talk about picking a timeline. And so here we are doing this. And I just think it's really relevant for right now, guys. If you do think, oh my God, I need to get my shit together, make sure you get to that event in Essex on the 31st of August, guys. I promise you, yes, I'm going to drag this up in you. And yes, it's going to be uncomfortable. However, what I'm going to do is help you reprogram it. And I'm going to help you really create such a gorgeous timeline for you and your family going forward. Ladies and gents, thanks so much for joining me. It has been a pleasure to be back with you live. I super cannot wait to see you in Essex, and I'll be back with you next week, all being well. And guys, I love you to the moon and stars. Kathy, I look forward to seeing you there, my darling. Remember, the ticket link is in the description of this video on both Facebook and on YouTube. Okay, guys, I love you to the moon and stars. I will see you super soon. Love to you and your families. I'll catch you next week.